How's everybody?
We'll go ahead and get started here today. Before we get started, though, really quick, I just want to introduce a couple guests in the audience here today. We've got our Cabinet Secretary, Department of Transportation, Mr. Bird White, Parkways Authority Board Member, Mr. Doug Epling, and I believe I saw Senator Roberts back there as well. So we certainly want to say thanks for being out here today, and then also a special welcome to Tammy Kaufman, Executive Director of Tamarack, and her staff and all that they've done. So we're here today to announce a pretty exciting partnership that we had developed the last couple months here with the Department of Tourism and Secretary Ruby and her team. She's unfortunately not able to be here today, but her and I got to talking one day, and we had looked at some of the possibilities that the Turnpike presents itself. Obviously, the Turnpike being a tremendous asset to southern West Virginia. And we talked about just the amount of transactions that we do a year, almost 36 million a year on the whole length of the Turnpike, and particularly just through here, exit 40 to 48, 15 million, right past here, past Tamarack. So we talked about the opportunities and some things that we could do. So she had her team, Emily Hatfield and Jill Howard, work on some ideas, and with the governor's assistance and his approval, we came up with something that we think aligns with the vision that Governor Justice has for our state, and particularly as it relates to tourism and the promotion of the state's not only the natural beauty, but the outdoor activities that we have. So we think about all the people that travel through the Turnpike on a yearly basis, and if we can just capture some of those impressions on some of those individuals and they can see exactly what we have to offer, I think you'll be pretty impressed with what we came up with. So this is what we think is a very effective but a low-cost project. And I would be remiss if I didn't say the good-looking group of guys standing over there against the window, that's our sign shop. And these guys have been working night and day to fabricate what we've done. And then after this event today, they're going to get out and start putting these out there. And we're going to try and get everything done before the heavy traffic starts next week for before Memorial Day and the increased traffic that we expect to see through the summer. So having said that, it's my honor and a pleasure now to introduce and to turn it over to the governor of our great state, Governor Jim Justice.
Well, first of all, thanks for waiting on me. This job gets really hectic from time to time. But today, we doing the briefing, getting everybody here and everything. I really, again, appreciate you waiting. But with all that being said, if you just step back and you just think about this state and you just think about the future of what we could have, and you really honestly are fair in evaluating the journey of where we've been. I really believe, and I really don't need to even look at these notes, but I really truly believe that if people, and it's you, and it's me, and it's our legislatures, it's all of us, if people would just open their minds and really dream just a little while about what we could really be, what opportunities are right there at our fingertips of what we could really be. You just think about this just a second, and I don't want to take a whole lot of time and bore you with a lot of things, but we developed a remote worker program. Brad Smith, was so kind to make an incredible donation to WVU and the backing of the program. Now, Chelsea, myself, and a bunch of us worked on this for a long, long time. And then we announced it, and we announced it this way, that we were going to open it up to Morgantown, Lewisburg, and Shepherdstown. Shepherdstown and Lewisburg weren't ready. And we were really only going to be able to have 50 spots in Morgantown. And I don't know what the latest is, but I know that we probably eclipsed 150,000 people that were looking at West Virginia. 10,000 spent an hour filling out an application to come for 50 spots. 50 spots. Because they want to come to West Virginia. Now, with all of that, now just think with me just 1 second. Along the way, and where I'm going to go in this is where I'm going to end up is a really pet peeve with me. We had an opportunity to really get rid of our state income tax. In all honesty, it's the biggest miss of all time, and I hope and pray that we'll double back and really be able to revisit. But with all of that, the reason I say that is not because it was my idea or Joe Blow's idea. It doesn't have anything to do with any of that. It was just this simple. If I could turn to you and say, here's $3,000. Now, for that $3,000, you're going to need to give me back $712. Do you want to do that or not? Because you're going to have to give me that back in consumer sales tax or whatever, $712, and I'm giving you $3,000. Well, I can't imagine one person, once they completely understood this, that would have absolutely said, no, we don't want to do that. And on top of all that, we know we would have people come to our state. We know the census over and over and over is telling us we're losing population in West Virginia, and we continue to lose. And we better open our eyes and really, really, really listen to an idea that I put out on the table that could really take us off. 10,000 people have spent an hour filling out an application for 50 spots to come to West Virginia. Right now, we are poised to move and absolutely go forward in this state like you can't imagine. If we don't move, and don't move now, in the near term, things will be good. But in the long term, the stimulus dollars will die, and we'll absolutely slip right back where we were and where we've been for years and years and years. You better listen to me, because as we dream, today you're going to see an announcement of something that is another dream, just another step along the way. You know, today we announced in the briefing that we had Byrd White's last tranche of bonds that went to the marketplace just in the last little bit. The Roads to Prosperity bonds, the last tranche, which was $200 million. Now, we had a choice. PRAG, which is our agency that helps us with the bond rating agencies and everything, basically told us, said, you better do that in a private placement, meaning that we negotiate with somebody and then they tell us what they'll pay us for the bonds. You don't go right into the marketplace. Now, like it or not like it, but I said, we're not doing that, because I believe in West Virginia. I believe that I'm not afraid of Wall Street. I believe that Wall Street now looks at us as the diamond in the rough that everybody missed. I want to go straight to the marketplace and let the market give us what they think. And we did it that way. And honest to God, again, they showed us one thing. They showed us the highest premium on a percentage basis we have ever gotten, ever, period. The highest of all time. At a time when interest rates are moving up. We got the highest of the highest of the highest. Now, what is all that? What am I saying all this for? I'm saying all this for just this. All the stars are lining up. Every single star is lining up and just begging for West Virginia, to move and to go. All the stars on the outside are lining up, and we struggle lining up here. And what I'm saying, we are struggling lining up here with our legislature. Absolutely, the stars are lining up. The stars absolutely are telling us, whether it be the census, whether it be the remote worker, whether it now be the premium in Wall Street. Every one of them are saying, we want to come to West Virginia. We want to come. We want to come. And then our schools, our roads, and everything gets better and better and better. Absolutely. We better listen. We better listen to the stars. It is an opportunity that is off the chart. And again, the reason for that is just what we're about to show you right here. The reason for it is because we have captured the world. We have captured the look of the world. They're looking at us. And in doing so, I've said it over and over and over, any frog that's not proud of their own pond isn't much of a frog. We're trying to be proud of our own pond. So with the great, parkways and all the great people that are working there, and the great Chelsea Ruby and all the great work that she's doing at tourism, and the great Bird White and all the great work that they're doing at highways, and all the great work that Jeff Miller and his crew's doing with parkways, and all those that are out here, I thank you. Doug, thank you so much. Roland, thank all of y'all in every way for all that you're doing. At the end of the day, this is one more step to saying we're proud of our pond. And more people will want to come. And as they come, things will get a lot better. So, Jeff, we're going to do something now? Okay. Now, check this out, guys. We're going to wrap every one of our toll booths, and we're going to show ourselves off. Now I'm going to pass back to Brother Miller here, and he's going to talk.
Yeah, so again, with the assistance of the tourism department, we had the opportunity here to wrap the toll booths, and with Governor Justice's approval, he came through and we picked out. So we've actually got two designs. The Tamarack one is the full design there. The booths that'll be on the main line of the Turnpike will represent just one design, but for today's purposes, for presentation purposes, we have two different wraps on each side that you'll be able to see on the main line. And again, Colton Ratcliffe and his crew will be out there actually starting tonight and getting these done. So it's a big job. Again, it's pretty low cost. We've done everything in-house. The tourism department did the design. Our guys are doing the fabrication and installation of it. And we're really excited. We're just dressing up what's always been a stainless steel toll booth box out there. And again, as the governor said, we're proud of it. We're really excited about it. And we think it's going to just showcase the natural beauty, the outdoor activities that the state of West Virginia has to offer. And we think with all the tourists and travelers that we have on the West Virginia Turnpike, there'll be millions of impressions of people that come through here. So that's all I've got, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. And thank you, Governor, for allowing us to do this.
We've got, I think, 6 more designs that are coming out and everything with all kinds of, activity scenes on them. These are more like the yearning to come to West Virginia, but the others are activity things. So anyway, they're coming. It's good stuff.